Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game of action here on the U16 League. And today we have the Fundy Thunder and the Jets going at it. My name's Jeff Warburn. Happy to bring you the action here today as we are just about set on a cold and dark night here in Truro. We're ready to go with Fundy versus the Jets. That one played over to the left side. McIntyre backhands it, gets it up to Lee. Lee's going to break into the zone here on the right side, in near the end boards. It'll bounce on out, and puck picked up and going for a skate here is Cochran. Cochran brings that all the way into the left side end boards. Back to Singer. Singer steps in with a shot that's blocked from Lee into the corner. Back in around the end boards. Jets looking for the breakout, and it's chipped into the wall. Hustled after and worked in near the end boards. Thunder come up with it and play it to the wall. Jets spinning. Back in. Gagnon. Gagnon with a shot that's going to be sent back out. Pemberton picks it up. Pemberton goes head up. Rolls off the end of his stick and into the end wall. Back over to the corner into Reed. Reed shot through traffic off the shin pad. Back to Reed. Bouncing puck. Uloth looks for it. Over there in the left side corner. Uloth bringing it back around. Head up. Shot. Save made as it's jumped on there. We get our first whistle a minute and a half in. Face off coming here to the left as quick push here from the Thunder to get us started out. Puck dropped, played into the end boards. Jets hold up, play it behind the back. That's turned over as they try to jam it in, but we got a penalty on the play, and it was a boarding call there on the Thunder. So to the power play goes the Jets, and the penalty in the offensive zone there for Baird. Face off will come back over here to the right. Face off. Here is McIver comes out. The PK is out for the Thunder. Puck. One back to McDonald. McDonald with a little shot there. Looking for the rebound as Lee jumps on that, but it's pushed into the corner. Pulled back and around. Jets shooting a nice chance there. Trying to go under the bar, Draisaitl style, but it's knocked back the other way and will be sent into the end wall. Touched up for the Jets. Over to McIntyre. McIntyre, new addition to this Jets team. Played for the Cougars last year. Brings that in and shoots it into the end boards. Phillips looking for it. Phillips plays it around. Picked up, centering pass. No one there, though. Didn't take that extra look before trying to play it, and it's sent down. Pushed up through the middle. Trying to go through the legs. Won't get there. McIntyre bails out Phillips, though, and it's down the left side. In over the line. Going to the half wall. Back to McDonald. McDonald holds. Drops up back. It's in behind. McIntyre circles. 53 seconds to go on the power play. Over to McDonald again. McDonald played to the middle. Cogger had it knocked away. Now it's to the right side. And a shot in there. Save made as it rides up the stick. And we get a whistle. A little fast car comes on the speakers here. Just a classic here. Like I said, we're all tucked away here and at Colchester on a Saturday night. Another full day of action here on High Button Sports as next weekend the teams head to Monktonian. Pemberton to the left side. Jets start to move. Played behind the back. That's going to be steered into the corner. Came back through. Slow it up on the boards. Jets step in, trying to get a seeing eye shot. I think they hit their own guy there, McDonald. McDonald backhands. Comes back near the blue line. Play across in the nice dish. 6 seconds left to go on the power play. That one just under the stick of McDonald. Uloth works him in the corner. Jets come out with it. Holding up, trying to steer that through, and it's ricocheted to the corner. Pulled in around. Sent the length of the ice for the whistle, and we'll get it. The icing call 4 minutes into the first here. Face off back to the right. Face off coming here. Puck dropped in. Reed plays it in around, and now it's on the right side. Trying to move that up ahead. Penny can't get it through. Jumps down in front and spun off. Pass back. Singer receives. Singer makes a man miss as he goes up the boards with it. Try to put that through near the middle. Thunder Gagnon just on by a hair as they bring it in, but plenty of Jets jerseys there. Down here in front and moved up ahead. Jets try to get the rush going again up the right side. Play it across. Frazier, drop back. Moved up ahead. Thunder looking to get it out, won't do so. Brought in around and sent down the ice by Penny. Picked up on the end boards. Thunder into the shin pads. Man down there on the right side. Now picked up. Hits the side of the blocker there, the chest protector, the netminder, and now a trip there in front. And I think Fundy will be back to the PK. Face off on the right. And the trip on Gagnon, and the Jets will have their second power play in just 5 minutes. Face off here. So another look for the visiting team all the way from Sydney. Backhand. Hustled after into the zone. It's down into the right side corner. Trying to spin that around. Grabbed by McDonald. McDonald getting pressured. Dished across. Pemberton in behind, comes back out, and offside there as skated in over the line. Sorry about that, folks, with the delay in the commentary. In full transparency, I need to help get the other games up as well for the streaming, and we're just working on that for the Subaru, and that's why I had to take a second there. Played up to the middle, but we're back to normal. Good to go here. Captain pulls it in, and still 5 seconds to go on the power play. Nothing going yet for the Jets as that one will end, and we'll be down to 13 minutes to go here in the first. Phillips picks up. Phillips. McDonald. He'll dish it across. Picked up by McIntyre, turned over, but they got to wait for the tag up, so buys some time for the Jets, and it's sent down the left side. Back in behind. Now up the wall with it. Lee looking for it. Off a shin pad, poked at. Jets near the middle. Singer. Thunder spins out of it. In behind the net here. Thunder. Over to Cochran. Cochran gets it across to Singer. Singer over the blue line. Back towards the middle. Moore. Moore brings in Phillips. Head up, looking for his next pass. It's going to be ahead of the man. Thunder try to catch up to it. McIntyre, but it gets sent in behind. In near the end boards. Picked up, trying to shake off an errant stick, and they do. Jets feed it up ahead. McIver picks it up and sends it back in behind. Jets start to shake. Captain Phillips off the end of the stick into the end boards. Worked in around the wall. Cochran. Lead pass. That jumps down onto a stick. Back to Pemberton. Pemberton across. Jets feed that into the zone. Sent down for an icing as he didn't quite have the blue line. Face off will come to the left. Shot off the left side. Over to the right side, brought into the zone. Looking to pick up on it. And that one goes for an ice. So a few more seconds ticked off the clock there as we're about halfway through the first. Face off back here. Couple good chances on the power play for the Jets, but all in all, nothing crazy in terms of chances yet. Down in there, Baird. He spins out of it, plays to the end boards. Looking for that puck, tries to get it in around. Over the stick and back in there for McDonald. Absorbs the check, and now it's a play out in front. Is looking to go right from the slot. Grabbed by the Jets. Penny. Penny kisses it off the boards. Comes back down here. Jador chasing after it, but it's brought back in the other way. Black. Off the end wall. Trying to go up the wall with it. Spun and kept with. Oh, knocked off the stick there. Picked up by Ward. Ward with a centering pass. In over the blue line. Stopped. Thunder avoids the hip check there. Brought into the zone on the right side. Steered into the corner. Grabbed now by the Jets. Down here to Penny. Penny tries to get that up. Grabbed by Penny again. He cuts to the middle and fires that one to the end boards. Cogger tries to get rid of that. It's up to Moore. Hustled after. Cogger with a big burst of speed, but Penny did a good job to stay back and get a chop at that puck. Warwick. Shot. Oh, and tipped in front. Misses the mark, though. LeBlanc. Back and behind for McDonald. McDonald jumps over some skates. Seeing eye shot. Stopped. Now another one steered away. From the corner, Reed. Pushed up against the wall. Moore looking for it. Moore, shot, hits the side of the net, and we'll hear the ting of the post, and that'll be covered. Face off to the left. Puck grab now, Jets. Leading play. Misses the mark, but picked up by Fundy, so no icing. Brought back in. Cochran tries to go at McIntyre. He makes a quick move. Over to Cochran. Played to the wall. Jets look to steer up ahead. Cochran exits the zone. Singer spinning, gets it up to McIver. McIver, he'll wheel it out down the left side. Brought in over the line. McIver flips to the corner. Simmons, no one home there. Has barely got a whack at it, but now it frees up. Reed, back down to McIntyre. McIntyre across. Simmons skates into it. Fundy holds his own. Along the right side wall. Trying to play that to the middle. Shot goes wide. McIver lines up, but it took an extra second, and he harpoons one well high. Poked at now. It'll be a 2-on-1. McIver coming back to help, though. Dished across. Can't get it to Francis. Backhand stopped in front. Down into the end boards. Hit laid there. Trying for Cochran. Thunder. Ulof picks up, shoots it in. Pemberton looking for that lead play, misses a couple of sticks and gets caught up in the linesman's feet. Picked up and flipped around to the end boards. Grabbed down there by the Thunder White. Kissed off the glass now. Man down there in front. Played to the middle, now right side, Watts. Lead play, Thunder, back to the Jets. Trying for it again. It's poked at and sent in behind as it'll be an offside. Face off near center. And sent into the end board. 6:33 left to go here in our first. Still scoreless through one. Puck high in the air. Comes back down into the corner. Trying to catch up to that, they do. Picked up by the Thunder. Baird shoots it. Fans on it. Back and behind. Lee gets tied up there. On and off of the stick, spinning, hits the glove. Stevens, up the wall, poked at, and players are tied up in behind the play. The helmets get caught up, the old classic there. Seen that a couple times in our day here on the high button airwaves. Puck will be here in your center. 6 minutes to go in the first. Puck dropped. Played on back and moved to the middle. Pemberton tries to stick with it. Atkinson waits for the tag up. He'll get it down the right side now. Worked off into the wall. Brought back for Stevens. Rolls off the stick there. Moore. Still behind. Absorbs the hit by Atkinson. Comes over to Baird. Shot. Rebound in front. Another good look. And covered up on that chance. And some extra stuff after the whistle. And That got a big reaction here from the crowd, and it looks like a couple fellas heading to the box. Face off here on the left. And looks like they're going to sneak another guy in there. Might be, it looks like a power play coming here for Fundy, so they come out on the right side of that. .5:27 remaining here in the first. And it looks like we're good to go here now. Face off. One back for the Thunder. As they look to set up here, up. One man, 5 minutes and change to go here in the first. Played back to Parker. Parker tries to fish it out of there, and it's hustled after. Smith McNeil gets that down pretty low into his feet and backhanded a nice play there. Kills some time off, Parker. Parker spinning around. Parker, he's going to look for a lane, but instead just dish that back down in behind. Worked up off the wall to the blue line. Thunder survey. Back to Parker. Left side. Steps in and swept through. Chased after Rennie. McDonald circles, worked in along the boards. Thunder, back to Parker. Parker across for Fundy. Looking to get that through traffic, rolls up the stick into the glove, and we get a whistle there, and some shoving, of course. Face off on the left. We'll try again, still on the power play. That one knocked back by Singer. All the way to the netminder. Singer starts to survey. Uloth steered to the middle. Chased after. Rennie gets caught up in the feet. McIntyre takes a hit by Baird. Freed up there now. Uloth. Back to the blue line. Singer through traffic. Off a shin pad. Rebound goes high and wide. Had the netminder down there for a second. Falling down in the corner, and that will take us to the end of the power play. 3:25 to go in the first. Now the Jets with numbers down low, but Fundy able to tie that up and get some help. Hustled back over. Butters trying to get that up near Ward. Singer's going to pick it up. Swung around. Butters spins, plays it on the end boards. McIntyre picks it and flicks it down. Watts dished up to Uloth. Cogger looking for that puck. Frazier blows up off his stick, and a big old skate there. And trying to get a shot off there with Jador down in the corner. Backhand finds the Stick again and moved up through the middle. Fundy. Warwick. In near the end boards. Gagnon. Holds up. Overskated it. Warwick. Picked up. Flicked up the wall. Watts. Into the middle. Butters. Shot. Rebound. Played back across. Between the legs now. Thunder look for it. Pemberton. Pemberton able to take it, fire it down. 2 minutes to go in the first. Leading play stopped. Watts up the wall. Kept in the zone with two evenly matched teams here so far. Good back and forth through our first frame. Left side, shot goes wide. Shots 9-7 here for the Thunder. Left side, lead play between the legs. That one goes back and behind. Chased after McDonald. McDonald holding up. As heads back the other way for Singer. 66. Moves to the middle, pokes at it, and gets it all the way to the netminder, but it's steered to the corner. Simmons played back to Singer. Now grabbed. Trying to steer up ahead. 59 seconds. Over to Cochran. Cochran. Drop back. McIver shoots. Steered aside. Trying to jam in and cover it up there. Face off here to the left. Puck dropped in and false start there. And now sent down the right side, 42 seconds. Try to steer that back out in front, and it's harpooned back into the end boards. Maybe a chance for one last rush here. Zamboni driver ready to go. Played back to the middle. Rennie, stick lifted by Lee with a good burst of speed there, and now try to get that back the other way with 17 seconds to go. Down the left side, played across, and they get a whack at it. No luck, though. 10 seconds now. McIntyre shoots through. Rebound in front. That's going to bounce out. 3 seconds to go, and that will do it at the whistle. So 0-0 after one. Fairly even match first. Back for the second a moment. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the second frame between the Jets and the Thunder. 20 fresh minutes on the clock in a 0-0 game. And excited to bring you this period. Played over to LeBlanc. He'll get caught up and sent back in behind. McIntyre chases, and it's going to make it all the way back to the netminder. No icing as it's covered up. Face off here to right as the clock strikes 8 p.m. Shot hits the back of the pants there in behind, and play up the right side. Lead play trying to catch up to it, and it's caught on the right, shot off the glove, and that's going to head in behind and fall down into some of the parents there as it finds that slot under the mesh but over the glass. And we'll have a whistle now on the left side instead. Face off to the left. Again, drop back. Trying to get that up to Rennie. Uloth picks it up and steers it up the right side, falling into the end boards, and now around the boards again. Parker keeps it in. Parker, and hand pass, so we'll get another whistle there. 3 whistles in the first minute here, the second, trying to get into a flow. Puck dropped and worked over to the right side. Phillips pushes to the middle. Thunder trying to get that one back, and Jets will cover it up and try again here. Dropped in, Jets on the right. Hustle that up as puck chipped in, now played over. Smith McNeil picks up on that shot to center. No one home though as it heads back. Down here in front, Phillips into the end boards. Colliger picks it up for Fundy. Plays it off the glass and now picked up on the other side, and it's a one-on-one back the other way. Rennie tries to go through the man, and it's off the shin pad. With it, chances coming out of premium, you kind of take what you can get. Sent down the length of the ice, icing. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Puck dropped in, hits the feet left side, trying to play that through. Man diving down for it. That was almost right on the stick in front. And now the arm goes up with a penalty. And whatever the opposite of holding on to the whistles are, that is what the refs are doing here. 4th penalty of the game total. And 5th whistle here 2 minutes into the second. We'll head down the left side. So now another chance for the Jets. Face off here to the left. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Picked up off the wall. That one's kicked back into the middle. Picked up, sent into the bench. Try it again. Face off, comes back into the zone. Worked in around Phillips. Phillips up the board, back to the blue line. Holding now. Played over Jets. To the middle. McIntyre shoots. That one comes out of the glove and still alive as he tried to pick his spot. Back to McIntyre. Cho dragged in. In near the end boards. Baird going for a skate. Pinched in on the half wall. Now jumped up on it. Shot into the shin pad and steers aside for Lee. Lee shakes it over, gets it to Phillips, who tries for the Michigan. Not really close on that attempt. Crawley back to the middle. McDonald surveys. Back to Crawley. Down to the left side, half wall. Played out in front, tipped, rebound in front. Oh, and a nice save there off the pad. That was definitely the best look of the game for the Jets. McDonald over to Crawley. Collision there. Stays in the zone, though. Gets it to the right side. Dishes down low on the goal line. One-timer through. Crawley trying to find Phillips. Instead, it's in behind to Lee. Turned over and back to McDonald. McDonald in over the line. Shot goes wide. Phillips chasing. Blows up off his stick. Phillips spinning. Frazier, no look pass, but it's kept in on the line beautifully. McDonald drops it back. 13 seconds to go on the power play, which has been fully in the Thunder end. Shot off the chest. Shot scores. Rebound comes down, and the Jets strike first with 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. Played down the right side. It's in along the end boards. Now Thunder's going to be looking for the tying goal. So it took us about 25 minutes to find the first one. Shot hits the side of the net, and that one got the parents in the stands here up, and me kind of too. Is that caught mesh, but the outside. Played back into the middle. Jets. Surveying. Stevens tries to play that up ahead. Spun back over into the hand there. Pemberton steers it on and scooped up, and Fundy with a conservative cover there. 5 minutes pretty much gone here in the second. Ward waits. Face off one by Ward. Shot in low, steered behind. Onto the stick. Flipped in the air by Thunder. Back down to the corner. Stevens pushes it back into the corner. Uthro. Back to White. Half wall. Tried to steer it in front. Over to White again. 3-point play here. Uloth shoots from a sharp angle. Save made. Just trying to get pucks on net. Shot 16 to 12 here for the Jets, so relatively even. Face off with the right. Picked up, hits the shaft of the stick. Trying to get that in around the end boards. Spun out, White. Shot goes wide. Played back over. Steered down low, knocked around. Now lead play for the Jets. Simmons up ahead. Francis steps in and wires one off an ankle, and that definitely is going to labor White out there. Played across to the Thunder. Lead play up to McIver. Trying to get a stick lift in there. Might have caught a glove, but they'll just cover it up. 14 minutes left to go. Shot played in front, and save made as a few more seconds trickle off the clock there. Try again here to the right. Now on the end boards. Jets. Survey. Fire one over to the right. Morrison looking for it. Sticks kind of get up high. 2-on-2. Back the other way. Tried to dish that across. Morrison kept in the zone. Down along the end wall. Looking for it. Dove out in front. Jets. Backhand. Gagnon creates the turnover. All sorts of Jets players back there as they hadn't quite started their breakout yet, though. Puck still in the offensive zone for the Thunder. Cochran looking for it. He'll get held up a bit by LeBlanc. Continuing through. That puck goes back over. Back to Baird. Baird takes a hit. Can't quite clear it out as Morrison digs away. Now grabbed by Cochran. Tries a toe drag in there. Crawley over the blue line on the left side. Shot, rebound. Oh, and Lee was there, but jumps his stick right where he wanted to be off that one. Jets behind the black play. McIntyre, he'll fake the slap shot. Now on the right. Singer gets poked at. Dishes it up the wall now and in behind Crawley. Down low. Left side. Jets now. Up ahead. McIntyre gets it to the blue line. Fires it in around for White. Worked across. Played to the end boards. White. Thunder. Flip it in the air. That comes down onto the stick of Stevens. Stevens spinning. Another whack at it. Onto the stick here. Thunder. Feed it through. Into the end boards. Stevens. In around. Hits the feet. Thunder. Shot. Blocked. Oh, what a save there in front. And another chance. They score. On the third chance. After a beautiful save, puck ends up in behind, and we got a 1-1 game here pretty much at the halfway mark. Puck dropped in down the left side. Jador chasing after it. Thunder. Oh, and Jador labored a little bit back there and behind. He'll stay on the ice, though. Hopefully he's okay. The big bruise and forward. McIver now down the right side. He'll try to snipe one, and it goes, hits the side of the net and goes wide. Jets trying to feed that up. Played across Jador. In over the blue line. Little flip play. Spinning into the middle. Fundy surveys. Up to Uloth, but it's going to miss the mark. Icing waved off. Spun back around McDonald. Headed that off. Now comes back for the Thunder. Parker plays it across. Lead pass. Off the glass, down to Jador. Can't get a hold of that as Fundy retakes possession. Bouncing puck. Cochran in behind. He steps out with it. Cochran drops back in behind the net, centering pass onto the stick there. Saved by Singer, and it's save on Singer, sorry. And it goes in around. White played across. Little chip play, trying to find an open wing. McIver goes down, and that'll be a penalty. Oh, and another little whack there at center. As we're officially into the second half of this game. Face off here to the right. Looking for a shot. That one steers into the glass. Thunder. Flip it back. Stepping in, looking for a shot there. Jets pick up on it. Oh, Dow at that. Nice job. What a job to keep that in, but it won't matter. It comes back to McIver. McIver tags up, brings it in on the right side. McIver spinning on around. Oh, and it takes a funny deflection, and it has to stay sharp in net with the blocker, and then another save. And fantastic job there between the crease by Tornadis. And we'll try again. About 35 seconds gone off that power play. Played across. McIver brings it in. Shot. Save made. And try again. A few seconds off the clock there. Want to thank everyone for tuning in to another weekend of streams here on highbuttonsports.ca. Weekend off for us next weekend as the teams head to the Monctonian. Then we'll be right back at it for the second half of the regular season. McIver. He surveys. Spinning. Gets it down to the bottom of the half wall of the circle there. McIver. Drop back. More to the right. Little baby trip there. Not going to go for it. More. Steps in. Tries to snipe it. And that one will be seen well and scooped up. Picked up, right side. Trying to steer off in front. Jets step up to it and now able to get the clear successfully. Moved up through the middle. Atkinson drops it over. Baird shot, block it away. Now puck deadened off the blocker there in front. Over to Atkinson again. Atkinson steps in, steered to the corner. Baird. Back to Atkinson. Over to Baird. To the blue line. Shot tipped, slowed up in front, and it'll be jumped on for the whistle there. 7:42 left to go here in the second as we work our way through this game. 1-1 the score, 21-17. Now the shots for the hometown Thunder, I believe. Puck dropped in there as McIver spins it around. In near the end boards, trying to jump off the stick there. Jets. Picked up here by Crawley. Crawley into the feet. McDonald picks it up. McDonald to the outside, tries to jam one in on the corner. Save made with relative ease. Puck dropped in. Fired along the end boards. Black jumping in on the puck. Comes back near Crawley. Black spins that back down low. Jets chasing after it. White. White in around to Black. McIver. Reverse check there. Crawley jumps into it. As Fundy now working in their own end. Tied up. Black still holding that half wall. Jets pick up. Spin it. Hits the boards. Bounces down into the end wall. Jets looking for it off the glove. Comes back down here in front. McIver played across and it misses. Frazier. And a hard hit in there. Played around the corners. Back to Gagnon to Singer. Singer shot sent through. Save made. Now stepping up to it. Thunder. Right side corner. Can't get the shot off as it's blocked. They poke at that. Jets. Played down low. Past the stick. Gonna grab and sent into the end boards. Singer now. Singer. Up ahead. Backs up. Gets that down and behind. Phillips. Parker now. Parker walks along the blue line. Shot on. Save made. End boards. Thunder. Pick it up. Looking in the middle. Shot. Blocker save. Big rebound. No one home for it though. Jets. Lead pass up to Smith McNeil. Up to the middle. Chance here. Phillips scores as he catches him on the 5-hole on the rush. And that one's finished off, and the Jets retake the lead. And we head back to center. 5 minutes to go here. Puck dropped in and it's worked up the right side. McDonald looks for it. Kisses the glass. Sent in, and that'll be an easy icing call as we'll try it again on the right side. 4:50 to go in the second. Home of the Fundy Thunder, it says there on that nice sign they have at the end. With, I think, a provincial banner and then a Spud banner. The Fundy Thunder always been a solid team here in the U16 League, as long as I've known the U16 League, which has been about 4 years now. From the end boards, Moore. Squeezed in along the wall. Jets try to get that three. Poked at. Now overskated. It's in amongst the feet. Chip play, comes back to center. Shot through traffic, rebound in front. Trying to spring it out, and save made as it's covered up in front. Another close chance for the Fundy, who are looking to tie this up. Puck in there as we near the end of the second frame here, down on the right side corner. Fundy, back to White. Shot, patted away. Leading play again up near Jador, over skated. Now Thunder fire it in near the end boards. Comes back down. Singer in behind for McDonald. McIver spinning. Bounces over. Stop there. 3:40 to go. So kind of stalling out in terms of great chances here the last few minutes. Just kind of back and forth here in the offensive zones. Puck picked up and flicked. That's going to hit a stick and be dead end at center ice. Baird looking for it. Picked up over to Jador. Jador into the right side. Ward trying for it. Poked ahead and kept inside on the blue line. Tight play there, but the right call by the liney. Up the boards. Nice tip through, and now it could be a 2-on-1 the other way. Baird hands it off. Right side. Rebound, and it's just out of the reach. Almost executed to perfection there. Moved back to the middle. Baird now getting into it with Ward, but the player resumes and moves down the right side. Shot. Ricochets off the end wall. Jets lead that up ahead. Down to one knee. Played up ahead. Thunder over to the right side. Shot goes high. Jador steps up to it. Pemberton, and now another penalty. This one on the Jets. And a tough hit along the wall. As you see a labored Singer heading off. Jador to the box. So I'm really curious what this one was for. Head contact they get him for. Face off here to the right. 2:33, so it'll be a power play for most of the rest of the period. Unless they get one quick here. Picked up, and that's a 4-minute head contact, so they'll actually be on the power play for a while here, and they can try to rack up two here. 2:22 to go in the second, 4 minutes, 3:46 to go, sorry, in the power play down the left side. Parker. McIver. Played up ahead. In over the blue line on the right side. Tripping out, though, trying to get that pass off. Chance to attack there for the Jets. Along the boards. Parker going to pick up. Plays it down low. McIntyre. In around to McIver. Cochran. Right side. Hits the skate. Now that one off a shin pad, steered into the mesh with 92 seconds remaining. Face off coming to the right. Puck dropped in. Back down low, Thunder. Right side, Atkinson starts to move, shot well, and finds that slot again between the glass and the mesh. We'll get the whistle. 1:18 to go, face off to the right. Try it again. So worst case scenario here for the Thunder, they head into the next period with a power play. Best case, they tuck one in the next 45 seconds and can still do that with a goal. But I'm sure at this point, they're looking to put that thing in the back of the net, tie this game up. Spinning, sent down the left side. Slowed up. Under survey, over to Baird. Baird passes a bullet. McIntyre tries to step up to it. Slow it up along the wall. Back to Atkinson. Uloth, played across. Shot, save made. Hits the stick. Back to the blue line. 34 seconds. Move to the right side. On the stick there, save made as it's sent on. 27 remaining. Puck dropped in. Trying to go sharp angle. Can't get it through. Picked up. Sent back down the left side. Now long. And in behind. 5 seconds to go. That should take us to the end of the period. Rennie maybe looking for one last chance. Goes high. Offside with .7. And that will do it for us here in the second period. So we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back for the third in a moment. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the third and potentially final period of action here between Fundy and the Jets. As 2-1 the score, and the Jets leading, and now a chance back the other way. Caught a defense locking, passed across, they score right off the draw. And they execute the cross crease to perfection after creating the turnover. And just 14 seconds in, a shorthanded marker for the Jets. And definitely going to have to try to shake that one off as momentum now placed squarely on the sticks of the Jets. Fundy up to Cochran. Cochran cuts back. Plays that into the end boards. Worked back to the blue line. They both skate at that stick. McIver picks up. Works it around Rennie. Rennie with a nice dish to the right side. Steps in, shot, big pad save there. Trying to come up with that puck, still free. Back to the line. Parker just slides that across for the pass. Throws it into the middle. They can't get the shot off. Parker again. Down low on the left side. Back to Parker. QB in this power play. Shot in. Rebounds. Hits the side of the net. And a good look there. Couldn't quite bury it. Back to Parker. Half wall. Loses it. Now it could be a one-on-one back the other way. Crawley hustling at it. Picked up. Poked at near the middle. And a big ol' whack behind the play by Fundy. And that's going to be a slash and take away the power play. And McIver let his frustrations get the best of him there. And face off to the right. Puck in there, shot goes wide. Jets surveying, drop that back. Into the corner it goes. Jets over to McDonald. Shot, patted aside. To Pemberton. Pemberton down, played across to McDonald. Pemberton into the middle, shot and sent down for a clean clear. In a action-packed first 2 minutes to start the third here. Phillips spins it around. Smith McNeil now with it. Dishes it up. Picked up. Smith McNeil's shot. Tries to get that off. Ricochets off a shin pad to the left. Smith McNeil has really impressed me. Done a couple of Jets games this year. Good offensive player. Able to make things happen when the puck's on his stick. Played back to the middle, McIntyre. Slows it up. Shot into the blocker and sent the length of the ice. Clean clear there with 30 seconds left to go on the PK. Jets steer up ahead. Shot patted away as that one was a slick little wrister. McDonald plays it over to the left. Jets surveying. Butters down low. Played through. McDonald. Jets back to McDonald. Stepping up with it. Played across. One-timer shot save made. Steered into the corner. Slapped at. Past McIntyre. Hustling out McIntosh there. No icing. Goaltender needs to make the play, and he does. Baird. Coming down there. Couple shoves. Worked around. Smith McNeil. Looking for the lead pass. Shot back in. Penalty over. Back to even strength here. 4 minutes gone in the third. Up to the zone, up in the zone. Jumps the stick. Jets. Really nice streaming setup here, actually, in Colchester. An older barn, but nice and level to the ice here. As that slapped at, heads to the right, nothing in our way. Puck grabbed and played down the left side. Jets overskated that. Frazier and the stick in on the hands, and that's going to be a penalty for the hooking. So Fundy now getting a look. Good job drawing the penalty there. Down 2, so needing one sooner rather than later. Puck dropped in. Trying to go up the wall with it. Parker. Down. Over to Parker. Cochran got it down low. Now it's bounced up ahead. Chased after. Into the feet. Somehow stays on side. Jets now with a chance for it. Steps in. Shot. Rebound. And that's a crucial save there for Fundy. Over to the right more. McDonald looking for it. It's played in near the end boards. Fedor. Back over. McIver keeps it in. Thunder. Picks up on the outside. Top of the circle. Spinning. Goes wide. Jets slap at that one and send it the length of the ice. Big time hustle play here down now by Jador, trying to get there first. He'll put some pressure on. Minute to go in the power play. McDonald from the corner. Free puck there. Jets get to it first. Slow up. Trying to risk that one on. Toe dragged in again. McDonald plays down low. Picked up here by Rennie. Rennie leading pass to the right side. Brought back over, Rennie. Down the left. Backhand to the blue line. Stepping up, looking for the shot. Blocked there and sent down the opposite way. Collins slows it up. Down to the left side. Brought in and trying to cover up, and a little shove there for good measure with just 1 second left to go in the power play. Face off coming to the left. Played on back. Trying to steer that up ahead. It'll be a hit along the boards. In between the legs. Back to even strength here for the first time this period, really. Picked up by Baird. Played across. Using the body over there near the bench. Jets come up with it. Brought in over the blue line, right side. Down low, McDonald. Little shove. McDonald trying to get across. Played to the half wall. Can't get it through. Backhand into the feet. Now sent back near center. Off the stick of Pemberton. Backhand through the middle, back to Pemberton. McDonald Played in the end boards, back to Pemberton. Jets, hard pass up to Francis. Leading ahead, brought in over the line here by Simmons. To the left side, shot, pad save. Jumped up into the zone. Jets pull that in around. Thunder surveying up the half wall. Get that through. 3 Jets players back though as they're kind of stacking the box in the defensive zone here with just about half the period left here in the third. Down 2 or up 2. Half wall trying to catch Francis who had head down hustling. It's going to come to Lee though instead. Rolls off of his stick. Free puck there for Fundy as they try to now get it out up the wall. Over to the Jets in front. Oh, and they shoot high and a great look. Snuck in behind everyone and can't quite extend that lead. Face off, dropped in. Jets with the momentum currently. Fundy need to put one in here to get back in it. Down the left side, McIntyre. He'll wire one off the glass there. Brought back over. Hand pass. Whistle go there, yep. Saw that one. Face off looks to be in the neutral zone. Over to McIntyre. McIntyre flips it into the end boards. That wraps along, back to Lee. Lee cuts back, pushes it back into the zone again. Baird tries to get it out, but Jets there first. Fundy, almost had a bounce back the other way. Jets play to the middle. Jumping puck, Fundy now. And here in front of us, Moore. Looks for the toe drag, gets pushed to the outside. Good man-on-man coverage there by the Jets defender. Now it's up to Morrison. Morrison plays it to the left side, hits the stick and bounces off of it. Down here in front now, Thunder. 2-on-1. Right side, played across and poked at it, and that looked like a good look there. Cochran couldn't get the shot off, though, as the puck never made it to him. McIntyre now going for a skate. The smooth skating defender plays it to the corner. Back near the middle, grabbed. Smith, McNeil looking for it, won't get it through. Fundy gets to center, hits the glove, and goes in! And a goal from center ice. And it'll be 3-2. And Fundy right back in this game, and goaltender has to shake that one off as you don't ask how, they ask how many, and 3-2 is the score. And wow. So the Jets, who were just cruising along through this first 10 minutes of the third, now only at 1. Goaltender needs to dial in, and he's been great back there. Kalix, Tunardis, he's really had a great game here, but that obviously a major faux pas. And we got 10 minutes left to go in this game, and now it's a 1-goal game. Picked up by the Jets. Flip that. Puck's on net, they always say. And bails out Fundy, at least for 1 goal there on that one. Sent off to the corner. And on the end boards, Fundy. Cogger tries to get that through. Picked back up to Butters. Trying to get that one right back. Up on net, shot, save made. Steered aside. Played back through the middle. That one's going to roll all the way back through, and that would have been huge for the Jets to just get that one right back, but they're going to have to keep working here. Over to McDonald. Big ol' shot. Sent down for the icing. 8:49 left to go. Face off to the left. Face off coming. Left side. McDonald picks up off the half wall. That's going to come back Warwick. Sent into the mesh, and that should push the face off outside of the Jet zone. We'll head into the neutral zone here for the face-off. Jets forced back into the zone, turned over off the stick and shot, and a big save there, and a nice bounce back stop. Puck into the defensive zone now, but can't be affording to have those little mistakes. Face off to the left. Picked up, flipped off the glass, gets back in behind. Gagnon trying to get to that first. It's blocked there in front with a big play there by Pemberton. The Thunder had a man streaking into the back of the skate there. Played up ahead. Right side corner, Ward in on Reed. Jador lays a hard hit, frees the puck up. Now one-timer shot in there. It's harpooned on net, covered up. And things are getting a little chippier out here now. Face off to the right as the clock strikes 9, 8 minutes to go. Puck worked around the right side. Looking for the shot. That one bounces close and now scooped up in front, and there'll be no free saves from here till the finish. 32-30 the shots. Oh, and yep. The ref, who, like I said, has been happy to send guys to the box all game long. We'll send 2 more. It'll be 5-on-5. So I think they got to send a Fundy player into the box there. He's saying 5-on-5. Oh, no. 5-on-4, so they're only going to get the Jets. Okay. So I thought they were going to go coincidentals, but now a big kill all of a sudden. 7:45 to go. The Jets, who were up 2 at the start of this frame. And the ref definitely allowing the marching band of the penalty box to continue. And right now it's going in the favor of Fundy, who are trying to tie this game up to Uloth. Played off the boards, sent down. Jets get to it first, and they'll just hold against the wall, trying to kill some time here. Sims, this is when you start banging on the boards if you're the Jets. And here we go. Now it'll start. A few seconds killed off. Back to the middle. Pemberton slaps one back in. From the corner, Uloth. Shot around, jumps the stick, hustled after, and that'll be sent down for the icing. And the Jets take that every day of the week and twice on Saturdays. With 57 seconds to go on the power play. Pick up. Trying to move back through Uloth. Pushes it back in behind. Parker. Awaiting. Over to the right. 35 seconds to go in the power play. 6:17 in our 1-goal game. Thunder. Dish across. Start to move. Up the right side. Thunder. Across the blue line. Looking for the shot. Gonna hold. Played back through. Rennie comes down for it. Up by Parker. Hits off of his glove and exits the zone. And a successful kill here. 5:45 left to go. Cochran breaks his stick. Plays it with the, and you're not allowed to do that. And that'll be a penalty for Cochran as the stick breaks and he tries to play it like a ringette player, and that'll result in a penalty. I think, yeah. Whoa, and a swing the other way now. So 2-minute power play with 5:40 to go, and this has been a great game if you've tuned into it here today. All sorts of scoring and wacky plays and big moments, so appreciate you tuning in. My name is Jeff Warburton here on a Saturday night in Colchester. Face-off will be to the right. From the end boards, Jets. Back to McDonald. McDonald walking on the middle. Plays it across. McDonald. They'd love an insurance marker here. Worst case, they're going to try to kill or get these 2 minutes off the clock, up a man, and make that total time 2 minutes less. Face off on the right. Back to the middle. Over to McDonald. Shot. Big block there. McDonald tries to go across. In behind for Crawley. Crawley down along the goal line. Pass through to Lee. Lee has to get it on the foot. Back in behind. Wrap around. Whack that. Save made with 5:01 remaining. Minute 21 to go. As we inch towards the finish here. Picked up, end boards over to McDonald. Shot, tips off the stick of Phillips, but the wrong way. Fanned on there. Caught up to Cogger, in over the blue line. Dishes, and save made. 4:42 to go as we, like I said, inch along here. Face off here. Puck dropped in. McDonald. Played back through. Jets. Back to McDonald. McIntyre. Picks up on that. Behind the back. McDonald. Back to McIntyre. Cross the line. McIntyre going for the individual effort. He'll pull back. Passed off. McDonald. 31 seconds left to go on the power play. Left side. Cutting to the middle. Don't seem too worried about shooting it. McDonald now. Looking for the shot. Goes wide on the left side. McIntyre has to pinch in at it, and it'll be knocked by him and all the way back the other way. Slowed up. Jets pull back. Butters. Hands off. Looking to go up ahead. Over to Smith McNeil. Into the feet. Now turn over the other way. Over to the box here, Cochran. On the break. Cochran shoots. Big save there. Played out in front and another save off the shin pad. And the biggest save of the game coming with 3:26 to go on the breakaway. Left side stopped. Cochran, who has that funky goal from earlier in the period, looking for the tying one. Pemberton off some skates, bouncing around, and they'll be forced to cover the other direction with 3 minutes to go. Face off on the right side. Maybe a timeout in order, but it's not being called just yet. Puck on the right side. Thunder trying to get that through. It's flicked up into the bench, and that'll bring us down to the 3-minute flat mark. Puck over to the left, jumped on by Pemberton, comes back to Parker. Hand it off, tag up play, Penny on the right side now. Chip play again. And sent down for the icing. So 20 more seconds killed off there. Back in the end boards. Looking for that up the left side. Pemberton hustles at it, but steered over here for McIver. McIver down low. Time really ticking away here. 2:17 to go. Got to consider pulling the netminder. He's still in there though. Maybe when they get possession, if they do, works around the boards. White holds. White, half wall. Back down in front. That jumps off the stick and starts jumping around goaltender well out and touched with a high stick. Whistle goes, 1:56 to go. Netminder still in there. Face-off will come into the neutral zone. That's a big swing for the Jets as they're trying to close this thing out. Brought in behind. Flipped off the boards. Comes back to center. Parker. Up the wall. Atkinson. It gets back to McIntyre. He'll take it and flip it back to the corner. Jets going to need a tag up here. Moved up through the middle. Spinning. McIntyre off the boards. Jumps down for White there. Under 90 seconds to go here now. Francis picks up, gets it to Simmons. Into the feet of Simmons. Trying to rush at that puck. McDonald stays up on it. 1:14 to go. Uloth turns it over. Big Francis in on net, and he can't get the shot off as it's worked into the corner. They'll just try to hold it down there. A minute to go now. Goaltender still in there as they're in the Fundy end. Pressure coming here. .48 seconds. It gets pulled out. Uloth shoots into the glove that time. Tried his luck again. Now the net will be empty. 41 seconds. Timeout call. We'll be back in a second. All right. And timeout call by the other side. We'll try again. Oh, all right, we head down, and a penalty assessed for slashing to the Jets. So it all comes down to this. 40 seconds to go on the power play, and they try to send an extra guy out. That'll be a false start. Puck dropped in, back to the blue line. Played in around, looking for it's Cochrane. Cochrane into the middle, picked up with an empty net, and the Jets need an empty netter here, and they can't get it finished off, and it spins around, but it's a goal awarded on the stick lift, so that will do it. And another thing you really don't see very often, 4-2 with 22 seconds to go. And yeah, that's another close one. It's like you get the stick lift in there, you're going to award that goal. And you could kind of consider that a good play in some situations, but if they feel like they got it in on the hands, then that's what the ref thought. And 4-2, the Jets can breathe a little easier here. So Crawley gets one. That one's dropped in. Sent on back with 20 seconds to go. This should be the finish. As looks like fans are leaving the stands here. Not too worried about our cameras either. With 1 second to go, and that will do it. So the Jets come up with it. And some extra pushing. And they'll have to separate them. It definitely got a little chippy at points during that game. But that will do it for us here. So 4-2 the score. We appreciate you tuning in once